going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Hey, this is Joseph Walker, CEO and founder of JT Marketing Enterprise.com. Just got back from the gym. As you can see, I'm having my my post-gym workout supplements right here. I'm gonna put this off to the side. But anyway, what we're gonna be talking about is the most dangerous thinking pattern for entrepreneurs, which is I know everything. So what I'm going to do is share this in a few groups. Make sure people get mad value from what I'm about to drop. If you're tuning in with me live and direct, which is the best time to do it, make sure you let me know where you're coming from. Hopefully this Sunday's treating you well. If you're catching the replay, hopefully this Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever day you're watching it, hopefully all is well on your end. But hey, feel free to like, comment, share. It's going to be just a short video, but it's just something that kind of pops in my head. I know my current mentor, he made some really good remarks about the danger of really thinking that you know everything that there is to know. So I definitely wanted to make sure that I kind of more or less relate that message. It was a really, really powerful message. And I really feel like a lot of times we're not aware that we actually think this way. And that's really the beauty and the power behind having other people in your network who more or less are going to keep you in a straight line. So that's what we're going to be talking about. The danger of thinking that you know everything that there is to know. So hey, yeah, once again, let me know where you guys are coming from. I'm just going to share this in a couple of groups. Definitely feel free to share the stream, share the dream, let other people get value from the content. But yeah, hopefully, this day is treating you guys well, man. It's been a great weekend for me. Got a lot of work done. Got a lot of big things I'm working on right now. And got some other major things on the way, but that's still on the routes. But I'm gonna make a big announcement a little bit later on my page too. So you guys make sure that you definitely tune in for that. Alright, awesome. So when you are green, you're growing. When you're ripe, you're rotten. That is a saying that a great sales mentor I had a year or two ago. That's one thing he would always drill into us repeatedly every single day. Every single day we would drill, we would rehearse, we would train, we would get our skills tight. And he would always tell us, like, hey, you always have to constantly be practicing, always be training, always be keeping your mind and your skills sharp. Because if you're not getting better, then eventually what's going to happen, unfortunately, a lot of people in this industry, they feel as if they accumulate a certain amount of knowledge, and all of a sudden they pretty much, they make a little bit of money, have a little bit of success, and they feel as if they don't need to know anything else. They don't need to learn anything else, and that is extremely dangerous. The reason why is because, hey, what's going on, MD? Thank you for tuning in. The reason why is because when it doesn't work where you learn a certain amount of info, you build a team, you start making money, and then you just hold what you got. What's going to happen is eventually when you become stagnant, it's like being at the top of a hill. Like, you're learning, you're growing, you're getting over that learning curve for what it is that you have to know. And once you get to that top of the hill, you feel as if, okay, this is cool. I'm just going to stay here and just overlook, the meadow. But what's going to happen is you're going to become stagnant. You're going to be stagnant, and you're going to roll backwards, and you're going to fall off that hill backwards, and it's going to hurt. Hopefully it's not a big hill that you went up. But the bottom line is you have to continue to grow as an entrepreneur. As a human being, you have to continue to grow and get better. I know Muhammad Ali, he had a saying. It was something like, if a man views the world at age 50 the same way he did at age 20, then that's a waste of 30 years. It was something like that. And, that's very true. And unfortunately, a lot of people are more or less living that kind of life where all these years go by, decades and decades go by, and people still aren't growing. They're still not getting better. And I mean that's just life in general. We're not even talking about business. But I mean when it comes to business especially, then you definitely want to make sure that you are growing, you are becoming better, you are advancing forward, and you're constantly on the attack, and looking for ways to really improve and become a better entrepreneur. But yeah, so you know, Ray Higdon, and a lot of other key leaders in the network marketing industry in particular, they say that the worst thing that you can say when you get on a webinar, when you get on a live video training, or you go to a company event, the worst thing that you can say, the worst thing that you can do when a leader's giving out information or someone's giving out some kind of period of instruction is go, oh, I already knew that. Oh yeah, I already know that, man. Whatever, I don't need to hear this. Hey, what's up, Mrs. Kelly? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, and people say, hey, I already knew that, or I already know about this. When you say stuff like that, I mean, you might as well, as my mentor says, just take your wallet and just say, hey, you know what? I don't need this wallet, and just throw it, just toss it. That's what you're doing. Whenever you tell yourself, hey, I already knew that, I already know that, I don't need to take notes on this, because if you were applying what you knew, you would probably be in a better position right now. You'll probably be the person on stage. You'll probably be the person giving the training if you knew it well enough and actually implemented it into your business, right? But yeah, and honestly, I gotta admit, I'm a human being. I'm guilty of this. I'm very guilty of this. And I mean, I take my training very serious. I take my growth as an entrepreneur very seriously. And I have found, and this is no coincidence, I have found that the months where my income was the lowest were the months where I thought to myself, oh man, I know everything I gotta know. I already know whatever this, X, Y, Z. I just need to go out there and just do my thing. And I wasn't trying to grow. That was always my lowest month. Every single time. I look back at it, I'm, man, what was I thinking? So, we're all guilty of this at some point. Some of us a little bit more than others. I know I was really guilty of it, and it just comes with having self-discipline to kind of be aware of your thought process and look at the results you're creating versus the actions that you're taking. And you got to kind of put two and two together and realize, hey, something's not checking out quite right here. Another thing is a great guy that I follow. What's going on, brother Gary? What's up? I haven't heard from you in a minute, man. But Grant Cardone, this guy, he makes hundreds of millions of dollars every year. He has 4 or 5 different businesses. They all create over $100 million per year. So he is a great sales trainer, and he's someone who I follow very closely. That being said, this is someone who I learn from every single day. And even though he is at the pinnacle, he's at the top as far as leading the industry in sales training and learning about real estate investments, this guy's always learning stuff. He's always trying to learn. He's always trying to expand his think and learn a lot more as far as the industry and how to invest and how he can reach more people. A couple years back, he actually finally got on social media. He didn't know what he was doing. It was uncomfortable, but getting on social media and expanding your business and getting out of obscurity is very important. He knew it was uncomfortable, but he decided he was going to learn how to do it so that he can get in front of more people, make more money, and impact more lives. So, I mean, if you got the top people, the top income earners, the top percentile of money earners still expanding their think. Warren Buffett, Bill Gates, Oprah Winfrey, Grant Cardone, Ron Stewman, just to name a few people, Ray Higdon, Cesar Rodriguez, all these people, all these high caliber, high profile leaders in the industry who are learning and expanding and evolving and getting better and better and better every single day. Who are you to sit here and say, oh, I already know that, I already knew that, yeah, I know how that goes. Like, come on, it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. And I mean, if it's either yourself or you have other people in your team who act or feel that way, hey, check them. You gotta check them. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, your bank account is going to be a direct reflection of the information that you have and how you apply it. So, you know, a lot of times people say knowledge is power. That's not really 100% accurate. Applied knowledge is power. There are a lot of people that have a lot of knowledge and they are broke. And I'm pretty sure you know some people who know every single fact about whatever random thing in the world, but they still are living paycheck to paycheck, working a job that they hate. And they're closed-minded to any other opportunity out there. So knowledge isn't always necessarily power. Applied knowledge is power. See, thank you so much for sharing with us. I love you. How real you are. Hey, thank you so much, Kelly. You know what? It's great to have people like you on this live stream tuning in and catching some nuggets. So I appreciate you for being on here with me. And, you know, like, your bank account is going to reflect what you do and how you implement what you do. It's going to just reflect your mentality. You know, money, only thing in money is just an amplifier. It's going to amplify. If you're a shitty person, you got a bad attitude, you're negative. If you do make more money, you're just going to be an even more shittier person. If you are a good person, you have a good heart, you want to give a lot of value to people, you want to help a lot of people, you want to impact lives, the more money you have, the more people you can help. And the better person you're going to be, you're going to have a greater persona about you. So it's just an amplifier. But in order to even get to that point, you have to continue to get better. You have to continue to take that whole, oh, I know everything in mentality and totally sweep that under the rug and keep an open mind and continue to grow as an entrepreneur in direct sales. You have to. You absolutely have to. You know, and like I said, you gotta check yourself. I check myself all the time. I probably check myself probably 3 or 4 times a day. You know, honestly. And I mean, I think that when you check yourself, that is more or less the real sign that you are growing as a person, as an entrepreneur. You know, it's really hard sometimes, especially in the beginning, where you're not really sure what you should be doing or what actions are really going to lead to you being successful. It's kind of hard to kind of, I guess, more or less correct yourself because you may not always know the correct thing for you to be doing, you know. But over a period of time, you're gonna figure out like what works or what doesn't work and what you need to be doing. So I check myself. I say, hey, you know what? I don't know everything there is to know, and I do need to check out this training, or I need to get a little bit better at this, or I need to get better at that, and you know, I just do it, you know, and that's. You know, you got to be real with yourself. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what you tell people or what kind of image you look to try to portray. At the end of the day, you know what your bank account is. At the end of the day, you know what actions you took. A great leader, Cedric Harris, he has this saying. Where what he does is he has this sticky note. He tells his team to post on like maybe their office space or something at home. He tells them, if your downline were to have done what you did today, would you be in trouble or would you be happy about the work that they did? You know, like, you know, look at the work ethic that you have. Look at how hard you work, how you prospected, how you did training, how you got better. If your downline, if your organization, if the people underneath you were to do exactly what you did today, would you be proud of the work that they did, or would you maybe want some improvements to actually take place? And I think that's a really good way to kind of look at it. You know, and you know, a lot of times, you know, we think that, you know, we're doing the right thing, but if you look at it in that light and say, hey, will I pay myself based upon the actions I took today? That kind of puts things into perspective a lot of times. I always taking what you say, learning from you. Thank you once again. Such an inspiring, powerful. Hey, no worries. You know, that's what I'm here for. And last thing I want to say, guys, is I have a really big announcement I'm going to make a little bit later on my page. For some of you who follow me, some of you who don't follow me, you know, I'm an active online marketer. I help a lot of entrepreneurs as far as learning how to use social media to, build their business and all that good stuff. So I got a good announcement. It's going to help a lot of you who are maybe struggling to get more leads, get more sales, and build your business. So I got some information I know you guys are going to love. I'm going to actually unleash this a little bit later on today on my page. So definitely stay tuned. You guys do not want to miss this, all right? I look really forward to getting in front of a lot more people, helping and impacting a lot of your businesses out there. I know a lot of people are struggling. I know how it is to first get started out, trying to create momentum, trying to get in front of people, trying to figure out how do I make this network marketing thing or this affiliate marketing thing or this sales thing work. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, especially when you don't really know what you're doing. So I got some information. I got something really special that I got coming in works. I'm going to unleash it a little bit later on today. So make sure you stay tuned. Keep watching my page. Stay dialed in. And I'm going to drop something I know you guys are going to love, all right? So in the meantime, have a great Sunday. Maybe this is the year 2021 and you're watching this on a Wednesday. I don't care when you're watching this video. Make sure you go out there, do something great, get excited, get pumped, and hey, stay tuned. I'm about to drop some info on my page that's going to change a lot of lives, okay? So keep watching, and I'll see you guys on the next live stream, all right? I'll see you shortly.